Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the podcast. And today I'm going to go my review of Monday Night Raw. Starting off the night, we have CM Punk. CM Punk comes out to the stage, grabs a microphone. Punk says that he's in rough shape, and clearly it was a great match at Bad Blood against Drew McIntyre in Hell in a Cell. Punk says it doesn't feel like he won the match. Feels like he kind of lost something in that match. Punk says that his future is uncertain. Punk thanks his fans, peers, and his enemies. Seems like Punk is going to be taking some time off. After that, Rollins ends up showing up, and Rollins and Punk get face to face, and Punk walks away. After that, we have a Seth Rollins segment. Rollins praises Punk, tell him to get well soon. Rollins then talks about Bad Blood. Rollins then says that he's back only to destroy Bronson Reed. Moving on from that, we go into our first official match of the night. It's for the Intercontinental Championship. It is Jey Uso defending the Intercontinental title against Xavier Woods. I thought it was a good match, back and forth matchup between Jey and Xavier, with Jey keeping the pace of the match. Xavier then hits a Death Valley driver on the outside on Jey. Jey and Xavier both exchange in the middle of the ring, but Jey hits an Uso splash off the top rope, pins for the 3, and your winner of the match is Jey Uso. After the match, Jey Uso goes to shake Xavier Woods' hands. Xavier walks away, and then all of a sudden, Braun Breaker comes out of nowhere, spears Jey, Kofi, and Xavier Woods. So it looks like Braun Breaker is not going to be turning babyface, and instead, he's going to remain a heel. Moving on from that, we have a Donnybrook match. Pretty much a hardcore matchup. It's Pete Dunne versus Sheamus. I thought it was a good match. Back and forth matchup between Dunne and Sheamus, with Sheamus keeping the pace of the match. Sheamus then hits Dunne with a shillelagh. Sheamus then hits a white noise off the whiskey barrels through a table on the outside. Dunne then hits Sheamus with a cricket bat, but Sheamus somehow hits a bro kick on Pete Dunne. Pins for the 3, and your winner of the match is Sheamus. Hats off to Sheamus for getting the win in that matchup. Moving on from that, we go into our next match of the night. It is a 10-women tag team matchup. It is Unholy Union teaming up with Pure Fusion Collective versus Natalya, Selena Vega, Lyra Valkyria, Kayden Carter, and Katana Chance. I thought it was a good match. Back and forth matchup with Natalya, Zelina, Lyra, Carter, and Katana keeping the pace of the match, but Valkyria ultimately hits the finish, pins for the 3, and your winners of the match are Natalya, Zelina Vega, Valkyria, Kayden Carter, and Katana Chance. Moving on from that, we go into our main event of Monday Night Raw. It is a World Heavyweight title matchup. It is Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship versus Sami Zayn. I thought it was a good match, man. It was a back and forth matchup between Gunther and Zayn, with Gunther keeping the pace of the match. Zayn hits a Blue Thunder Bomb on Gunther. Zayn then hits a Helluva Kick on Gunther as well. Gunther hits a Power Bomb on Sami Zayn for a near fall. And then Gunther applies a submission hold. Referee then sounds for the bell. And your winner of the match, and still World Heavyweight Champion, is Gunther. Hats off to Gunther for getting the win in this matchup. A couple of things I want to talk about, man, when it pertains to Monday Night Raw. Number one, was it a great Monday Night Raw show? No, it was not. And you know what, man, to be honest with you, this was probably one of the worst Raws I've seen in quite a while. And I'll explain why. Number one, obviously there was a lot of build-up and lead-out, if you will, after Bad Blood. A lot of things happened, from Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson showing up to the Judgment Day and tying up loose ends with the Judgment Day, and Cody teaming up with Roman. There was a lot of things going on at Bad Blood. Obviously, Kevin Owens attacking Cody Rhodes backstage by Cody's tour bus. So there was a lot of vocal points going in to Monday Night Raw after what happened at Bad Blood. Did they touch bases on all those things? No, they did not. They did say, though, that Triple H will be handling the situation between Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens eternally within WWE. Now, after the Gunther and Zayn match, Gunther was approached by none other than Cody Rhodes. And the reason why that was because Triple H made an announcement at Bad Blood saying that there would be the best versus the best, champion versus champion. And that match, or those matches between, both the best of both men and women, will take place at Crown Jewel. The reason why Cody was there is because he's the current WWE Universal Champion, and he was face-to-face with none other than the World Heavyweight Champion, being Gunther. Now, with that being said, if that match does take place, I'm all for it. And it looks like that match will happen at Crown Jewel, and it's going to make for one hell of a match. But like I said, man, was it the best Raw? No, absolutely not. I genuinely believe that was probably the worst Raw I've seen since Triple H has taken over WWE, to be honest, as far as creative control. There was not, they really weren't tying up loose ends. They really weren't going off of what was going on in Bad Blood besides CM Punk. And that was pretty much it. There was really, you had Rhea Ripley do a video package talking about her calling out Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. And that was pretty much it, man. They really weren't tying up loose ends from Bad Blood, to be honest with you. So I didn't think Raw really delivered at all last night. And to be honest with you, it might be a hot take for most people because I've been praising Raw and SmackDown for the past few weeks to about the past few months. Last night was not it. And it was kind of shocking considering the fact that, and maybe it had a lot to do with the fact that Raw was not 3 hours last night. It was actually 2 hours for the first time in a very long time that we see Monday Night Raw being only 2 hours. And maybe that was the reason why things kind of fell on the wayside on the show last night. But it was not the best Raw, man, to be honest with you. I mean, with that being said, am I looking forward to SmackDown? Absolutely. I'm looking forward to hearing from Roman. Hopefully we hear something from Dwayne The Rock Johnson and why he showed up at Bad Blood and where his mindset is right now with the current landscape of the Bloodline. But I got to say, man, Raw last night was a miss for me, personally, as a fan. I just think it was lackadaisical booking. I mean, if you look at Xavier Woods versus Jey Uso, I don't know why or comprehend the reason why that Xavier Woods got a title shot against Jey when Xavier Woods has kind of been on a losing streak. And I don't understand why they booked him in this, high-profile title matchup when he really hasn't done anything as of late as far as picking up wins on his own as a singles competitor. So I didn't really understand that concept. Sheamus and Pete Dunne, I mean, for what it's worth, that was probably match of the night for me, to be honest with you. I thought it was a great match, but I am actually getting tired of the storyline here between Sheamus and Pete Dunne. And I think it's something where Sheamus hopefully moves on and goes off to have better matches and better storylines for the foreseeable future. Pete Dunne, unfortunately with Dunne, I feel like Dunne's going to get lost in the shuffle, man. I think Dunne had a great career in NXT. Great career in NXT, but I just don't think Pete Dunne's really going to fit into the fold of what really is going on right now with WWE. In my honest opinion, I feel like, unfortunately, with Dunne, he's going to get lost in the shuffle, to be honest. Which is a shame. Like I said, he had a great career in NXT, but I just feel like after Sheamus, it's one of those things where do you really see Dunne fit into the Monday Night Raw roster? And right now, it's really hard to say where he might fit into the roster on Monday Night Raw. I just don't see it. But I just feel like it was a lackadaisical booking show last night. It just really wasn't something that, it was pretty much bleeding out from what Bad Blood was and kind of revamping some of those storylines and giving people more details on what was going on. We didn't hear anything from Damian Priest nor Finn Balor. So, I mean, there's a lot of stuff that really wasn't being said, nor really what was going on or any details about the fallout of what happened at Bad Blood. So I just feel like, Monday Night Raw last night was a swing and a miss for me personally. And hopefully it's not something that's going to continuously keep happening because from what I understand, Monday Night Raw is going to be 2 hours for the foreseeable future, I believe, until they go over to Netflix in January. So we're going to see what happens, man. Do I think hopefully it was a one and done with Monday Night Raw last night the way it was. But if it's not, man, it's not going to be looking good here for Monday Night Raw. And hopefully it was just a one and done thing. And, Raw next week's even, a lot better than obviously, this past Monday. So, but like I said, man, there just really wasn't a lot coming out of Monday Night Raw last night. And to be honest with you, I was kind of shocked because, like I said to you guys earlier, man, I've been praising Raw and SmackDown for the past few months. And this was probably one of the worst Raws I've seen in quite a while, to be honest with you. So hopefully they can, next week can, get better and they can get back to storylines and build towards Crown Jewel. And we'll see how things play out with Monday Night Raw. But there's still a lot of things that still need answers to as far as, questions for Monday Night Raw and SmackDown. And hopefully we get some of those answers this week. We didn't really get much from Monday Night Raw, but hopefully we get something from Friday Night SmackDown. I think SmackDown is really shaping up to be a really good show, hopefully, this week on Friday. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. But with that being said, this is my review of Monday Night Raw. I hope you guys are out there staying safe. Be careful, and remember, stay classic. Peace.